Voting to elect India's 14th Vice President concludes, and at any time now the results will be declared. Prime Minister Modi, Union Home Minister Amit Shah, former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh were among those who cast their votes earlier today in Parliament. It is all but certain that NDA candidate Jagdeep Dhankhar will be likely elected as the next Vice President of the country. Now, celebrations have already begun within the BJP camp and in Jagdeep Dhankhar's hometown in Jhunjhunu, Rajasthan. Meanwhile, all is not well in the opposition camp, within the TMC, for instance, deciding to abstain from voting. But two TMC members of Parliament, Shishir Adhikari and Dibyendu Adhikari, defied the party's decision and cast their votes. Meanwhile, Aam Aadmi Party, TRS, AIADMK and JMM announced their support for Margaret Alva, whereas BSP and TDP decided to back Jagdeep Dhankhar. The oath-taking ceremony will take place on August 11. Rahul Srivastav, Aishwarya Paliwal and Suryagni Roy are now joining me live on this development. We're expecting for the results to be announced any time now, but Aishwarya, of course, is standing outside 11 Akbar Road, I believe, where in fact the celebrations have already started. Aishwarya, give us a sense of what's going on around you.
Well, Paul, you're right. I'm standing inside 11 Akbar Road, which is the house of Prahlad Joshi. Jagdeep Dhankhar, from what we are made to understand, is inside the house, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Home Minister Amit Shah and all the other big leaders of the Bharatiya Janata Party will be arriving once the press conference is done and once the final name comes out. So what you see behind me are the preparations which have been made. You can already see that the kind of garlands that have been put up, all those things are already being done. People are now waiting for the press conference to begin. Once the press conference takes place, then we will see that we will see more dance and more pomp and show like the one which we saw when Draupadi Murmu won the presidential election. At the moment, everyone is waiting. However, one thing is very clear: we are seeing colors of Rajasthan being played up inside Prahlad Joshi's house. The turban, the safa which the people are wearing, all those are in bandhani, which is a cloth from Rajasthan. The colorful turbans that you see people wearing, all of them are from Rajasthan. Paying, it's a symbol of what Jagdeep Dhankhar means, and it's also, a patronage to Rajasthan from where Jagdeep Dhankhar is. He comes from Jhunjhunu. Now, follow me, we are waiting for the press conference to take place. Once the press conference ends, then we will see Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister make his way to the very place where we are standing. We also expect Jagdeep Dhankhar to speak with the media once the press conference gets over. Follow me.
Right, so obviously we're standing by for that press conference to begin inside the Parliament complex, where we believe that the Lok Sabha Secretary General will be addressing the media and announcing the results of the elections. My colleague Shreya Chatterjee is also live with me right now. Shreya, while it was very well known, in fact, that the numbers were not stacked up in Margaret Alva's favour, but clearly she was disappointed, and she expressed so quite vocally when the Trinamool Congress decided to abstain from this election. That's a very crucial chunk of votes which has not gone out for Margaret Alva today, at least 34 of those who abstained from this election.
Well, rightly so, Paulomi, and expecting the TMC to actually vote in favour of Margaret Alva was something that she expected, given the choice of Vice President candidate from the NDA, which was Jagdeep Dhankhar. When he was the governor in West Bengal, we've seen the kind of attacks that he's faced from the TMC. At a time in a situation like this, Margaret Alva expected that probably the TMC would stand in support of her. However, the fact that Mamata Banerjee wasn't considered before the Congress and the opposition opposition parties went ahead and announced her name, definitely didn't settle down well for the TMC, and that's the reason we see this not so good politics play out when the opposition camp clearly stands divided. Even at a time getting a mere figure close to achieving the victory wasn't even possible. The least that was expected of the opposition was to send a solidarity message, which also clearly faltered when the vice president election is concerned. Likely she's to get somewhere around 26% of vote is what is to be believed so far as the figure is concerned. And in a moment from now, as our colleague was mentioning, the announcement for the vice president will be formally made from the parliament. And as I want my cameraman to show the seat that you can see over here at 11 Akbar Road, follow me. This is all set for Jagdeep Dhankhar. The stage, I believe, is set for Jagdeep Dhankhar as he comes and takes place as the 14th vice president of the country.